Hey, welcome in. Well, I guess this is something that we're just going to have to get used to. The critics and the audience completely disagreeing. And in this case, we have Dave Chappelle's new special, The Closer. Now, the critics hate it, 33% approval, and the audience loves it, 97% approval. Now, this seems like a strange disparity. I mean, critics are people too, right? So why such a difference? And I can tell you, I saw The Closer. I thought it was very good. I didn't think it was his best, but it's very good. And I laughed quite a bit in it. And Dave Chappelle, at the end of the day, is a great storyteller. And even just on that, I mean, 33%, really? Why? Well, we know why. How about this? Dear White People showrunner boycotts Netflix over transphobic Dave Chappelle special. Now, I never watched Dear White People, and I don't care about this person's sacrifice. I wonder how many people actually do. But anyway, how about this? NPR says for Dave Chappelle, punchlines are dares. His new special, The Closer, goes too far. I actually did a video on this article you can check out. And hilariously, they say this: too often in The Closer, it just sounds like Chappelle is using white privilege. I mean, this is somebody who gets paid to do this for a living, okay? This person actually wrote this, is using white privilege to excuse his own homophobia and transphobia. I mean, I think that's a false charge, but the whole argument is absurd. They just know the answer before they've heard the question, and the answer always is white, fill in the blank. Anyway, here's another hysterical article. Meet the new Dave Chappelle, misogynistic, anti-trans, and socially irresponsible. Yeah, I don't think that he's any of those things. And apparently, neither does the audience. You know, the people who aren't, deranged ideologues. But it really isn't a surprise when you see this disconnect. Because the media is either woke, or they're afraid of the woke reactionaries. And I say reactionaries purposefully, because there's no longer anything revolutionary about this woke religion, this woke revolution. The revolution won. It's won in the media, that's for sure. And that is now the establishment ideology. And as I say, they are reacting to any heresy against their power, to any sin against the woke religion. And I think more and more people are waking up as they see articles like this about the wokeness, or wokeism, whatever you want to call it, and about how completely unreasonable and unreasoning it is. In my mind, you cannot watch that special, The Closer, and come away from it thinking that there's anything phobic about it if you actually watch it with an open mind, if you're willing to try and reason through what he's saying. And it's really not that complicated. But with woke, it's constantly reacting to and attacking any criticism, no matter how valid. It's all just heresy to the preachers of this bizarre cult. And I have to say, if you came away from that special seeing Dave Chappelle as transphobic, you simply weren't listening. I mean, if you haven't watched it yet, just watch it yourself. Watch The Closer yourself. Unless you've been, brainwashed to see jokes as violence and any criticism as an attack on your existence or something like that, you're going to see that these charges are false. Anyway, so we end up with 33% from the critics. 97% from the audience. Now, I think Dave Chappelle is pretty much uncancelable at this point, and he's going to be just fine because the audience will come to him, regardless of what he does. But in the wake of this hysterical reaction from some members of the press, we can see that he's not too worried about it. Quote, if this is what being canceled is like, I love it. Quote, if this is what being canceled is like, I love it, Chappelle said Thursday during an appearance at the Hollywood Bowl after getting a standing ovation. And he says, F Twitter, F NBC News, ABC News, all these stupid ass networks. I'm not talking to them, I'm talking to you. This is real life. And yeah, he's too big to cancel. Unfortunately, for the people that are trying to make it in the business, it does hurt them. Because the gatekeepers, if they're woke or they're afraid of the woke mob, they get pre-canceled, if they say the wrong thing. Or I should say, actually, if they say the right thing. But that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast, Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.